Good morning. Happy June 1st, 2026. It's Pride Month. I am making today the day that I start again. It's the perfect day. I had a friend once that said, if I want to start something big, I start on a first of month that ends up on a Monday. And every time one of those pop up, I think about them. It is piss pouring rain here, and it is ridiculously I have a nice little candle here, but I am like a mover and a shaker, so fire and hot wax being too close to me kind of makes me nervous. I did film a video of what I read in May, but it was in slow-mo, and something that was like 22 minutes ended up being 44 minutes, and I have no idea how to get the volume back, so I plan on doing that, but I'm going to put some makeup on. Last night I put Aquaphor on my face instead of lotion. I'm going to see how I feel about that, if anything comes to that. I'm having issues with acne, and it could be anything from what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, how much I'm touching my face, whichever. I finished a binding workshop last night because I really want to rebind books. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do these ones, but I found, like, I think these ones are going to be kind of weird to bind because they're paperbacks. But even so, like, I want to bind them so that they're in better condition. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not the craftiest person. I do not find myself a fan of crafts. I'm not a fan of like coloring or drawing, or I have like moments. Probably once a year I get a really crafty moment, and I'm hoping this binding isn't, because if there's anything I do love, it's books and anything to do with books. So if it's like making a book or changing a book from one form to the other, that's something I can get down with. It's quite the feat though. There's a lot of like moving parts. There's a lot of, I'm realizing there's like kind of a lot of waste. It seems like something really fun, but I want to try to stay on track. I have this tendency to be like, I do this, and this, feel overwhelmed and just completely shut down. So I have to stay calm. Sometimes I have to like get myself to be calm. I just woke up literally an hour ago. I have to put makeup on, I have to film a video, but I also have to understand that my go might not be so good because of the rain. Actually, I'm not gonna let some beautiful rain that is going to nourish our area with water to get me down. It's only gonna make things greener, and honestly, we need that. My city's been having kind of like water issues, pipe issues. But just like a week ago, I was in here sticking to my chair because it was so hot. And now I'm in a hoodie again and sweatpants and slippers and whatever. I'm having pelvic floor issues. I don't know if it's pelvic issues. It's coming out as like tailbone issues, but it's not. Like I can work it out kind of thing. But oh, yesterday in binding, I was like sitting there on Friday, didn't take a pillow, and it was sore. My butt was sore. And yesterday I took a pillow, but it still ended up being sore. I met some really nice people, and I don't meet a lot of new people. I do have some stuff I've been putting off that I really want to get going. So I'm gonna try to put a couple hours in before I do anything else. So I have literally just been sitting here watching TikToks because that's what I do when I like ruminate and I need to get stuff done. I'm not getting it done. So instead of just ruminating, I have a pile of books that I need to, I just spilled coffee all over me. Hold on. Oh gosh. I don't love this freaking tripod. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna be seen today. Well, I am, but I need to take pictures of books, because the goal is I'm going to making a online bookstore, online thrift bookstore. That's the goal. Eventually I want it to be a full-on bookstore, but until then it's just going to be a place that I have books online that I talk about or read, and I can, you know, if somebody wants them, they can go there and pick them up there. I do eventually want to have more books. Like I want to bring in books that aren't as readily available for people. I love to go to the thrift store, so I went to all the book sales. And book sales, like the ones that are in my city, like we have two large ones. They technically have almost the same things. This year I found more success at the Crossroads Market sale than I did at the Curling Club one. The Curling Club one is almost like become mass market paperback hub. So a lot of Stephen King, a lot of like big sections of like in the back they have like all their stations. Like Danielle Steele, she doesn't have, the men have like a lot, and the science fiction-y one. That's kind of the vibe I got this year from that. And then the Crossroads one, I actually found some really cool things. Then I'll also go out to thrift stores, and that's where you get the niche ones. Like I have India's Queen Bandit. Where else would I have found this? Do you know what I mean? In the biography sections. And then that's the good thing about thrift stores too, is they don't know how to like organize them as well. You get different books. So I just want to take these pictures, post them on my Shopify, and just, they'll live there. People aren't gonna buy them right away, I don't think, but at least they're there. I actually want to read this one. The problem is like, I want to read these. It doesn't need to be perfect. I have to like wipe them down and make sure that they're properly clean. I'm obsessed with finding women's stories. I've always wanted to read this, Why Men Love Bitches. Then I found an old cover, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a really nice cover. The insides doesn't change just because the outsides do. And I think this is so, like, it might not be 80s. I guess the purple's kind of 90s. But it's stunning. Fall on Your Knees by Anne Marie MacDonald. It is famous. See, this is one where I would like to possibly fix it with a new cover. But until then, Diana, Her True Story. And nobody even read it. I hope to be able to like rebind certain books. I really want to do markets. I'm gonna do markets eventually. I just don't have anything to be able to do markets with. Like the goal, like we were talking last night at my binding workshop, like the goal is to have the coffee shop and the bookstore and like all of this, and it's my friend's bookstore we're doing this at. And the girl looks at her and goes, so now it's time for you to get some coats, because she's living the dream of having her own bookstore. And I think that's the goal for like a lot of people. Hers is more curated towards like Japanese. She's got a beautiful section of probably some of her favorite books. I know there's some of my favorite books, like fantasy, romance stuff, and then she's got like more lifestyle in the back, and then she's got a whole area of manga. But the first half of the store is Japanese stationery, and it's based off, I think, a Japanese stationery store, bookstore, like. And the more I learn, I talked to one of the girls, and she goes, the stationery stores in Japan are crazy. I didn't know that, right? Like, I'm not, when I really like something, if it comes to me, that's how I like absorb it. So I've never like gone searching for a lot of things. Like the best example, to clear-cut example, is like some of my favorite bands, don't know anything about them. Like bands that I've listened to since I was 11, I know maybe some of their names, don't know their drama, don't like, I'm not like obsessive in that way. So books and stationery and stuff, if it comes to me, that's when I'm like, oh, I really like that. Or if I'm searching out a certain vibe of something, like my journal is, I went searching for that because I like a big journal and it needs to be floppy. And so that's kind of how I do. And I didn't know Japan did it like that, right? And then I went to Nakoto, and it was like, oh, this is so cool. I will collect from little free libraries. I remember which ones that I've gotten, and so I will not sell those ones without replacing, or if I see something like, I found this A Little Life in a little free library, and I've never seen this one. So I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to sell my copy of it because I've never seen this one. And it's got like pictures in it. I haven't read it yet, and it's like really, but just in transparency wise, I do pick up books from little free libraries, but I do not ever sell them. I have this copy of Katie. I don't even know what it is, but it's so pretty that I found a little free library. And I do put books in them. I got a book, Cider House Rules, from a little free library. I got one about like living on Mars. I got the Katie one, and I got the Little Life one. So I have to do my streaks today on Snapchat real quick. I'm really getting sick and tired of them, not gonna lie. I'm the one that like holds on to them too. I was listening to, I'm going back on all of like Trisha and Tana's videos, or like their joint together interviews, because now they have a podcast. But then I'm also like watching Trisha's old stuff with like Jeff, anything with Trish and Tana. My friend just asked me how binding was, and it was really good. I finished my book, but 2 of the designs that I picked were way too small. There was no way I was going to be able to do that. So I have to send her a couple more images to then she'll print out, and then I'll come back, finish it, and then I can take my book home. And there's some of these that I really want to read, and if I don't read, that's okay. I can always like get them again. I love like old school books. I guess the font's kind of dated. The white of the book is like looks dated, the edges, but at the end of the day, this is still a really good book. But I guess people like the curb appeal of books, right? Actually, I really want to read this one. Do you know what? I'm fucking tired of the reviews on the back page. Why do you have to give the review on the back page? That's really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. Okay, I got these ones. Okay, I took pictures of everything. I want to read this one. I want to read this one. I found this one, I think, at the curling club. I'm recognizing that I do have like a bit of like pronunciation. See, I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. Issues, and my psychiatrist has thought about the fact that I could very well have like a slight learning disability, which is no big deal, but because of that, I think it is the pronunciation alongside my whole ADHD. It is what it is, but I'm just recognizing that like the bit of the learning disability could be the way that I pronounce things. So please, 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 if I ever pronounce things wrong or pronounce things differently every single time, please know I am not trying to be disrespectful. Like even just then, I was gonna say disrespectful, and I realize I want to like talk about mental health, and I want to talk about differences in learning disabilities and stuff, but I don't want to go overboard. And it is something I deal with all the time. I mean, it changes the way that I do things, and the more that I learn about mental health and learning disabilities, the more that I can come to an understanding about myself. I mumble so bad to the point that a lot of people can't understand me. And I mumble because I get made fun of the way that I pronounce things, because I don't always know how to pronounce things. I always thought it was because I was too hyper to understand or slow down. It affects how people look at you and then deal with you. I have always been insecure about people looking at me and thinking that I am dumb. I hate blonde jokes. Hate them, because I think I've been living, I know I've been living with these struggles my whole life, and just been thinking that there was something wrong with me instead of an explanation. I'm building up a confidence in how I am speaking. All I'm saying is that how can someone love to read and then not know how to pronounce words? And I really shamed myself for that for a lot of years. And so this girl I follow, who is reading the classics, has inspired me to pick them up again and not be intimidated, because I have an understanding that I'm not dumb. I just learn differently. I won't pronounce things properly all the time. And I come across a lot of words and names that I can't pronounce properly. One of my favorite books this year is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Ariu, and I pronounce her name differently every single time. I can hear it, I've heard it, I'm doing my best, but I love her work and I love her story, and I am getting into people, but their names feel like marbles in my mouth, and it's not their fault, and it's not me trying to be disrespectful. It's not. I just, if we scroll back, which I don't know how to, I don't have the editing skills to do that. I like spoke over my words of like, I think I was trying to say respectfully, but if I don't actually like sit here and think about it, like I need to say respectfully. It's respectfully, or definitely, it's definitely. I'm doing my best, and I have so much respect for writing and words and all this stuff. They're my favorite things in the world. If I was a fangirl, I'm a fangirls to book. See? I'm a fangirl to books. It's just who I am, okay? It is what it is. It's like math. I was having to do math with this measuring of the book binding, and I was so stressed. I was like, I got my measurements wrong in so many different ways that I made mistakes. Okay, we got books here. I have to wipe all these down. I've loved books my entire life. There's nothing, honestly, there's nothing that I think is more fun or exciting than a bookstore or books. And there's nothing more. I go to a town, I'm looking for the bookstore. I went to the Vancouver Library. I go to the Vancouver Library like people go to the aquarium. Like it's my Olympics. Like I love it more than anything. But I have learning disabilities, and I have pronunciation problems, and there's been a lot of times where it's like I don't talk about it because I'm not studious in the way like school. It's important. I'm just rambling, but it's important to me. Books are important to me. Learning's important to me. Reading's important to me, and it's something that's it's just something that I always want to do. And I'm going to try and speak clearer and try to do that so that my confidence can be built up. And no, I don't know how to say things properly, and I don't know how to speak properly. So I mumble and I talk really fast and I talk with my hands. Something I'm really learning about. I don't know, I just rambled. Okay, these are done. I have to post them. I'm on a mission to find books that I would want my son to read, or ones that he would find interesting, because right now he's 13-14 years old. I'm trying to find books that will get young people to read, books that, especially boys, because yes, most writers were men for so long, and then women have really dominated this industry, whereas like I go to the big box stores, I cannot find books that are more for men, other than sci-fi, other than fantasy. That's the vibe. I know that my child loves music. Like if he can find a book about music, he's reading it. Like he's reading all the hip-hop books right now. He read all of Supermarket by Logic, Bobby Hall. I tried to get him to read Percy Jackson. He doesn't love it. He's not into fantasy yet. So he is into real life music stuff. And so I am on a hunt for more male-based books. I want him to read this year. Oh, there's a bookmark in here. I love finding a bookmark in a book. I have to renew his, oh shit. Oh my god, you guys, see? This is why I don't have candles on my desk. I just literally put paper on top of my candle. So dumb. Is it burned out? Like, I don't know. I bought these candles. They're really nice. They smell nice up close. We posted. Now we have to add to Shopify. It is cold. Log in. I do have a Shopify account. I want more coffee. This is such a nice angle because you don't see my dull chin. Actually, I'm gonna put you here. Oh, I was just about to put you on top of the freaking candle again, you guys. This is ridiculous. I also need to look on Canva because I kind of have a vibe going, but I don't know if I love it. Right now it does well. Like I did do like for my YouTube, like a banner and stuff, and I kind of like that. I kind of like it. I don't know if I honestly love it, but we'll see. We're living and learning, you know, trying to figure out. So we need a profile picture. Yeah, I was trying to do profile pictures on here. I've been doing thumbnails on here. Let's just do like Shopify pic. picture. What is that? Like a brand, like a logo. Brand logo? No. Okay, let's do... I like the one that I have on my business card here. It's so funny because I was talking to my therapist about this and my brain can think up all these things, but it's the execution that I have a hard time with, and then I like completely and utterly shut down. That's not good because I have the ideas, but the execution doesn't work. So like, what is it? You're just a dreamer. And I was watching a podcast the other day and someone was saying like, people when they talk about like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that when they're growing up, she like realized, she's like, that we're just pretending. They were just pretending. I'm not pretending. I was like, I don't want to pretend either. I want this to be real life. Yesterday at my book binding, I picked the most trilliest, prettiest writing. And it was such a, I should have filmed it, but I was actually mad. I was like, you know, I used to smoke cigarettes. I was not somebody that told people I smoked cigarettes. And I was like, I used to smoke cigarettes. And it goes, oh, I was like, I've been quit for so long. I've been quit. This is a situation where I want to like just cigarette. I kind of embarrassed myself, but it is what it is. She was like, well, good for you. I was like, thanks. I really appreciate life now. Box, you're doing too much. Come with me. Come here. You're doing way too much. We need to move you. Oh, no, not that way. What are you doing? This is crazy. Move. I don't know how to do anything. Eventually, I will have a bookstore, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It has to be in the perfect place. Like, I really just need it at the best place ever. I love sparkles. We need the content and we need the actual business, not just this whole dream. Let's upload the books to here. Oh god, once these go up, this means that they're up. Add a product. We gotta upload photos. Let's upload some photos. So I feel kind of bad because I'm not doing school right now, but I have been like really wanting to do this and it's been making me shut down, and I'm just trying not to shut down. Okay, 27 photos being sent. Please work. I need another coffee. I need to let my dogs out. I guess I like now, see, I'm now kind of like, boo. Because I have to now upload these books to my website. I have to fill in the synopsis, and that might be frustrating because I might not be able to find the synopsis. All right. Get my milk going. Don't forget to take protein with your medication. I've probably filmed for like 2 hours. I think I have 2 hours and 3 minutes. And this will probably go down to like maybe half an hour. I don't even think so because there's so many things that I'm not gonna post. Because I just wanna like, this is something that I've like, we were talking earlier about like accepting who I am. Like flaws and all with like my learning journey and like my understanding journey. I have to also accept the thing that like I'm basically a YouTube kid. I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom from conception. Like it's just my life, and I wasn't comfortable. Actually, let's sit down and we'll talk about this. I got a coffee, so we can go sit in. I got my coffee. I didn't know you could make money on the internet and like be a creator until I had already had my son. I didn't date. I didn't really date. I dated here and there. A majority of the time it was him and I or family members. So the way that I like got social interaction, it was YouTube. I had friends. I had a normal life, but I had YouTube and I watched a lot of YouTube. And I remember after having him, I was like, I am not going to feel shame about my body. And I'm not going to like make myself feel any less than just because my body's bigger and I'm younger. So I Googled plus size girl. Trisha Paytas popped up. And I had already watched a whole bunch of people before that. And Trisha was like my little safe space on the internet of like this girl, and she was ditzy and she was blonde and she was cutesy and she was just Trisha Paytas. And so I tried to do videos. I've tried to do videos so many times and I still do them now to this day, but it's been a dream. And I'm an iPad kid. I'm a YouTube kid. It is what it is. I also didn't want to do YouTube when my son was younger because there was no way I was going to be a family vlogger. I thought about it. I tried filming him and stuff, but I wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to experience life with him. He eventually became a YouTube kid. He's the first generation iPad kid. Hi, I'm part of the problem, I know. He very much does not on his iPad anymore. He doesn't act like an iPad kid anymore, but it took some breaking. I'm living my dreams, and my dreams aren't like, I don't want to like take over the world. I just want to do YouTube, and I want to talk about books on YouTube. And I gotta actually do it instead of just wanting to do it. Let's just do one at a time. Ultimately, I want to be able to get accessories. I want bookends. I want bookmarks, stickers. I want all of that also on my website. I don't do that, but because I don't draw. I'm not a drawer. I want to showcase other people's drawing. Oh, shut up. Can I do this? Oh my god, can I really just copy and paste? I can. That's so easy. Born. Okay, this wasn't as hard as I thought. You guys, it literally has like a shirt search engine listing. Can I get in trouble for this? I don't want to. I'm gonna unlist it for right now. No, we're not gonna do this right now because that just stresses me out a little bit. I'm like, I don't want. Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Okay, now let's add a product. I remember when I used to think York had a U in it. Let me delete it. Why don't you let me delete it? Not bad. It's really not bad. It's not that hard because I can copy and paste the majority of it, and then I can just double check that it's right. So that's handy. Wild that it can be so easy. What do you mean it's so easy? Does it take time? It does. It takes a lot of time. And is it gonna be fun all the time? No, but it's definitely putting call to action. Yeah, it's definitely action instead of just speaking on it. And is it perfect? No. Am I gonna make mistakes? Yeah, but I'm not gonna learn if I don't do. And like everybody else should also think similarly, because you gotta do. If you have an idea, just do it. So we're not stopping anymore. Just keep going. I'm bored. I really am. Tedious tasks. But once I get doing it, it's not so bad. I should stop filming this, but I yap. Wow, I know this is so silly, but like, I'm pretty proud of myself. Wow, my battery's dying. Oh, this is a 46-minute long. This is taking forever. What time is it? I am going to finish this and then I'll come back. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Damn. Okay, well, whatever. I finished uploading. I'm putting Aquaphor on. Organizing it really helps with like dry skin and picking, because I'm a picker when I don't have makeup on. And my makeup's not looking good because I'm picking so much. Anyway, I finished my Shopify. I uploaded all the books. If I can do this again in a few days, I can have double the amount of books on here. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So that's really good. I am now going to have to upload more books and then put more work into it. I think once I get to like 50 books, I'm going to make it live. I feel very proud of myself. I now need to do actual school, but I think I'm going to upload these videos first, and then I'm going to see about editing. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do school. I'm going to make another coffee in the meantime. I have to charge my camera, because I was going to get ready today. I don't think filming is going to happen today. I'm going over to the bookstore, my friend's bookstore, tomorrow to finish my book binding, and then so maybe I'll do that. I have therapy tomorrow, so maybe I'll get up, get ready, and I'll be more on it next month or for June. Okay, we are good. Toodly loodly.